Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play for RIMWORLD. This is the Too Many Mods edition. Indeed, we are running a great deal of mods over here. If there should be a link down in the doobly-doo, which will lead you to a collection where you can subscribe to all these mods simultaneously. Do note that when you do so, the order that the mods are going to be listed in here will be, I don't know, indeterminate, some sort of, random kind of thing. And some things do have to be loaded in a certain order to work correctly. So, you can pause it here. The big things are miscellaneous core and hugslib need to be basically before everything else. Psychology needs to be above something else. I think it may have been what the hack. Otherwise, you don't get the psyche tab properly to show up. And combat extended has to be above some other darn thing as well. So that's why they're at the top basically for all in here. And actually, I just realized I just enabled the Children's School and Learning mod because we're gonna run this as well. So I haven't actually tested the loading order for this one. I think it's going to be fine way down here, but we're going to see what it looks like. And I do have the multiplayer mod downloaded, but not enabled for this over here. So we're just going to leave that one be. But we have tons and tons and tons and tons of different mods here. Nothing that drastically changes the flavor of the game, nothing that adds magic or anything like that. One of the biggest flavor changes might be the Children's School and Learning, which will be interesting because I haven't actually experimented with this one at all. So we'll see how that works. But this should be a hell of a lot of fun. And what we're going to do to start off with here is we're going to start with this scenario here, the naked brutality scenario. Naked, alone, utterly unprepared, can you survive? So a single person lands here, naked, no equipment, no nothing. I'm going to make a slight tweak to this. And the reason is, yeah, I don't need to edit mode. I think if I prepare carefully, maybe I do want to edit mode actually. Starting people too, yeah, I guess I do have to do this. There, done. So we're going to do that. We're going to start the game on Cassandra Classic on medium. We'll go and increase the difficulty as we advance things, to make things worse and worse and worse, possibly getting all the way to merciless at some point, but we're going to start just on medium over here, while we're naked basically, and we've got nothing going on. And I'm going to name the seed Adam Eve. Spoiler alert for what our two people are going to be. Normally we name our people after subscribers, but here we're going to go with a theme instead. So in theory, if you have the same mods that I do, actually I don't know if I have any mods that change the world generation. So with the Adam Eve seed, you should have the same world as I do. We're landing somewhere fairly decent. It's made like a temperate kind of forest kind of place, not too hot, not too cold, and with some material. I don't want to go in a mountainous area though. I do like to settle near roads because it makes it a lot faster to travel places. Maybe we'll go and take the midpoint between these two spots over here. So if we were to settle right there, what does it look like? Flat, some various materials. Ooh, slightly more diseasey than base. I think I see a lot of 1.1s. It's going to be 1.2 here, so slightly more diseasey. We're going to have some berries at first, which is good. Half the year is going to be growable, which seems fine. A little cold in the winter. Hopefully we can get some clothes going on. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, let's go and pick that sort of spot. So we're going to have Adam. Okay, I want you nicknamed Adam as well. Last name? I don't know. First born. Not even born. Just the first premier. Adam Genesis. There we go. That's gonna be that, and then we're gonna have Eve, nicknamed Eve. Genesis. There you go, from the Book of Genesis. Something like that makes sense. Okay. So I want them to start with. Now we want to go into prepare carefully. That's what I want to do. I want them to start with no health diseases. I may make them start off traitless as well. Just like a real blank template is, I think, what I'm looking for. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to cycle through these setups. There we go. I don't really care what their backstory is. I just want them to not be incapable of anything. So they're going to start with no traits, no injuries, and not incapable of anything. Okay, let's make you a little older so you can have an adulthood trait. Oh, it's the taster that prevents that. There you go. So incapable of none, no health problems. too many traits. We do have a thing to add a more trait maximum. But yeah, I'm gonna go and just remove all these initial traits over here. So we've got that. We've got that. And then the other thing I want to do, quack. I wonder if there's a background that could give them a title. That's better. I'm not sure. Yeah, I want to reset all of their skills over here. So they're effectively going to start with 0 and everything, except for a few things that they're going to have from their backstory. I think there's possibly some backstories in here that we could choose that gave them... Oh, there's filters now? What? Oh, that's handy. So these are all the ones with no disabled work types. But, I mean, most of these will give some sort of perk or something. I don't know. There might be a complete blank slate one, but it's going to be okay. So they'll start with a few points in some of these, and that's going to be okay. And then what I think I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and just turn on 1 tick of passion, because there's 12 skills, right? So there you go. Eve is going to get the bottom 6 skills enabled with 1 tick of passion. And Adam is going to get the top 6 skills enabled with 1 tick of passion. Just arbitrarily, really. I mean, in a sense, look, it would be much better for Adam to have the intellectual one because he's got probably a combination of these two. Yeah, or just +7 from the Rebel Writer. But yeah, we'll just start things off like that. That's going to be okay. Seems fine to me. So we can confirm they have no equipment whatsoever. Yeah, all the ammo from the combat mod. And we are going to go and cancel those relationships and then say that Adam is married to Eve. Excellent. And have no children or anything yet. I think this is married. Parent-sibling child relationship. I mean... Oh, maybe that's just the parenthood. Ah! No, this is how you do it. There you go. Husband of Eve. Yeah, so I don't think this part matters. This is just if they had children together. There we go. So they're going to start off married. Excellent. And with no gear. All right. Boom. Done. Lovely. Yeah. This is gonna... The reason I'm going 2 people, the reason because I'd initially considered just starting with Adam for a couple of reasons. Partially because I thought, oh, we're going to name everyone alphabetically. Adam, then Betty, then Charlie, then Diane, then Earl, you know, and so on and so forth. And the question would be, could we keep Adam alive until we got to Zebediah? Is that a name? I don't know, something with Z. But the problem is, you get, like, even the very first encounter, the first raider, who's like a nobody, who shows up with, like, a club or something, we could just get a lucky hit, knock out your 1 colonist, and that would be the end of the run. We're like, oh, yeah, okay, let's start with at least 2 then, just to see how it'll go. So here we are, crash landing. God is crash landing us on the planet or something. All right, we'll probably try to cut back on the biblical references, although maybe we'll have Cain and Abel for the next 2 kids, although that might bode poorly. So we'll see. So we've just landed here, probably... Oh, okay, we didn't land with any sort of hibernation sickness. I think that might be part of the scenario design. So here's our map over here, fairly open. We've got wildlife over here. We do have some mega sloths, black bear kicking around, yeah. So these are things with possible predatory chances over here. I think I might have a mod set up so that foxes don't just predate. Is that the right word? On humans. What is Fisher? I don't know, but it's super aggro. 100% chance to seek revenge, and it can hunt. Wow, we may have to start trimming those down at some point. Not that we have any weapons yet. Got geothermal over there. We have a little room sort of preset over there we might take advantage of. As always, I like to sort of build our base kind of in the middle, which is where you land. There's not going to be much in the way of natural fortifications here, but, you know, I like building a little cabin and things. It feels great to me, rather than digging into the mountains and things. Is that jade? Oh, that's very pretty. And so we have plenty of steel there and there. Are these compact machinery? It is. Maybe we do build it a little closer over here, so we have 1 natural wall as a little bit of cover, and more importantly, it's just going to be a little closer for the mining. There's some bits here and some walls that are already built up and everything too. Kind of 6 of one, half a dozen the other, isn't it? Something like that. So let's take a look at the skills over here. So I'm going to do the thing where I put firefighting and the patient, being a patient, to the max. And we are also going to turn on Eve's doctoring to the maximum over here. Hacking we'll leave off for now. That is going to be something cool we can do with the mechanoids later. And we'll have the bed rest at 2. So if you get hurt, you can do that. Otherwise, we'll sort of leave this here. Although I like to have the plant cut maxed out for everyone. If I do tell some people to go and cut down trees, just go and do it. I mean, Adam's the one that's got the points for it, but that'll have to do. Yeah, and otherwise, it's semi-random who gets assigned to things. Like in the startup here. So yeah, Eve, we do want on the wardening and the handling and the negotiating. That's fine. Adam, we do want cooking. Brewing we'll put on to Adam. I don't always turn on for Eve. Both can hunt. Wait, really? Relevant skill, shooting and animals. Oh. Both could hunt, not that we have any ranged items for them at this time. So it could be a little tricksy, but I guess we'll leave it on. Construction's going to be for Adam, as well as growing and mining. And turn this off here. Growing, I want this a little higher. Like, planting stuff is a very, very, very high priority. Then mining, and then turn off art over there. We'll put it on over here. Hall clean. See, Adam starts with the research stuff, but she's got the passion for it. Honestly, we might be okay with either one of them. Whoever gets around to it, it's going to be all right. And then study and teach. This is part of the childhood mod, which we haven't really used before. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Got those sort of kind of set up. And what I want to do is, I want to set up a little room, but I want to do two things. First, I'm going to go orders. I'm going to have harvest over here. I want only fully grown plants. There aren't many. So, yeah, just do a normal harvest then. We'll pick up a few berries, just so we have a little bit of food early on. And then we'll also put in a... can we do chop only fully grown? Yeah, there's not really enough. So we'll chop a little bit of wood over here to set up our initial little cabin. So we'll go ahead and unpause. And there they go. I'll reset them. Just recruit and unrecruit them real quick. And just to reset them. I love this. The little conversations that go up there. That's lovely. Unhappy nudity. I guess that's it. I guess when they crash landed here, that was them getting thrown out of Eden. You know, they ate an apple, but I guess they're going to have a cherry tree here. Oh, I don't want to actually chop down the cherry trees. Oh, that might have been a harvest. Yeah, okay. Harvest on the cherry tree is fine. Alright, it's not super fast, but that'll be okay. We actually, before we start building, do we need like one piece of wood? What am I looking for? Structure, walls. Yeah, we need at least one piece of wood chopped so that we can actually like say, hey, start building something. Alright, sun's going up. The lit status is rising. Get some heal root over there that's going to start to grow at some point. So, you know, actually, are you collecting heal root here? You are. May not be, like, the dream, but it's okay. Are you just picking up at things? We do have various things to just collect stuff, because I don't see any on the ground. That harvest botched. Maybe the others were just so unripe that we got nothing out of it. That is possible. There we go. We got a few cherries over here. Lovely. Excellent. Okay, and we've got the first bit of wood down, so that means we're now allowed to, like, start laying things out here. So we need a first little cabin for these guys. What is that, a taper? Oh, nice. We need a little cabin for them to live in, with like maybe a bedroom and a storage room, maybe a bedroom, workshop / dining room, and a little storage room. So that'll be a 4x4 bedroom, which is fine. It's not very big, but it doesn't need to be very big early on. We could fit a double bed right there, and that's not too shabby. And then what I'll do maybe is I'll actually pull this back a little bit more, and we'll get a fairly sizable sort of little workshop room. And then an initial storage room over here that's going to later on become the fridge. So that should be a fairly decent size for that. And then we'll get a big storage room later on. So we'll get a door here and here and here and there, and then maybe dual access that way for something of that nature. Excellent. So Adam will go to work on that soon. In fact, what I might want to do is I'm going to turn off Adam's plant cut at this time. We'll let Eve keep going again. She doesn't have any passion for it, unfortunately, but we'll do that. Now, he's going to botch a lot of construction because he has no construction skill right now, but he's got the one tick of passion. So that'll be enough to get us started, and that's going to have to be A-okay. Oh, I do have a mod loaded wrong. Okay, I was curious about this. I was like, when I was looking at the mod order and I said, oh, Psyche's got to come above something, as I was saying, I was like, I think I might be lying to you. I think Psyche has to come under what the hack so that there's, or psychology rather, so that the Psyche tab shows up. I believe psychology is working. It's just a UI issue. Oh, you ate some of the cherries, and Adam's gonna eat one. I think there were 12 cherries. I think Eve ate 11 of them and left one for Adam. When it comes to fruit, Eve is always a troublemaker. I don't know. You're not actually idle, right? Yeah, I know. What I'll do is I'll put your plant cut back on, just in case you're not constructing simply by lack of material. But yeah, you were short on recreation. You're better now, so go back to it. It's going to have to be okay. And furniture-wise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a double sleep spot here. That'll clearly be a bed later on, but we may not be able to prioritize that material immediately. I guess the other thing we can do is drop a stockpile zone in here. Just a generic stockpile zone so we can start placing things. Every time I say stockpile zone, I think about calzones and I start to get hungry. Calzone. I wonder if we can make calzones. We have a lot of various cooking mods. Oh, I have no more material. Oh, there we go. You must have just chopped down another tree or something, so you could plop it down. Yeah, I want a door on the other side. Ooh, spacecraft chunk. That'll be handy, because I think we'll get both... Do we get both steel and components from this? But yeah, actually, in case there's any more... Oh, select similar. There, select similar things on the map. No, 0 similar things. Okay. In case there was any other spaceship chunks. And actually, speaking of, I need to unforbid everything on the map. Nothing was forbidden. All right. Just in case there happened to be anything lying around. All right. Hauling some wood. Chopping some wood. When Eve's done chopping trees, although there's still tons left. I was going to say she'll start hauling, but we're a million miles from that happening. Chop, chop, chop. So, I mean, they will sleep outside the first night. But they'll be okay. I mean, they've got the low expectations, initial optimism. Oh, I could have made them both nudists. Nah. No, because the whole thing is, they start to hide their nudity after eating the fruit of knowledge or something. I don't know, something like that. A little starvation. Poor Adam, yeah, he's only eaten 1 cherry all day. Eve, I'm gonna, have you, prioritize cutting this berry bush as soon as you're, awake. You know what? You're gonna do it now. You feel bad that you ate all of Adam's food. Oh, you're going to eat those berries right away. Amazing. Cut this bush. And then that one. And then that one over here. We got some raspberries waiting. Raspberries? Oh, just generic berries. Okay. They look like raspberries in the bush. Oh, botched that harvest. That's too bad. There we go. All right. Adam should be all right now. What I need to do, change the restrictions. I like to turn this off. Oh, look at the schooling category. I'm so excited. I haven't played with the baby mod, and hadn't even tested it, and clearly need to, I hadn't double checked that the psychology mod was installed properly. I think it has to be right after What the Hack. Well, not necessarily right after, but after What the Hack. Greetings and pleasantries. I like these. These are social interactions that already were happening in the game. If you go and go here, there was some of that, but now that it pops up on the screen with one of these mods, I think it adds so much flavor. Absolutely love it. I'm going for a walk, getting a little recreation. What is this? Just a generic flower, I think. We're not going to tag the mining yet. Alright, cutting down some more trees. More botched construction. How's your construction skill, though? It's probably going up already. Yeah, 2 points. I think he started at 0. I don't think he started with any points in there. It's interesting that he does start with some melee skill, which is going to be good, because early on... Production... school table. Yes. Early on... we are... going to just have to handcraft some stuff. Yeah, it's outdoors. It's not going to be outdoors long. So we can set up a butcher spot as well. Just to say, although we'll want a table. Butcher creature, do forever if we've got one. Now, over here, see arrows and whatnot. I mean, you could just melee things with a club. Short bow, 2 of them. Stone arrows, do until X. I guess there'd be 10 individual arrows. We need more than that. 100 arrows? I haven't really used with the Combat Extended mod, or played with it much, so, how much ammo and things are needed, I don't know. But we'll keep a persistent job. And then the other thing we can do is Tribal Backpack. Maybe a shield? Tribal Wear. Let's actually bring that up here. We'll make 2 of those. 2 backpacks, 2 shields. We can make a couple of knives as well, because with I don't think it's Combat Extended. I think it's another mod. Something about holstering weapons. I think they can have both a ranged weapon and a melee weapon in their inventory, which is lovely. Exchanging more pleasantries. Good. Night's coming. We have a little bit of medicine. Waved at Adam. Hello. Adam didn't wave back though. Very rude. All right, he was busy holding up a roof and trying to get things to start working. Okay, a few more berries. There's some more lying around out there, which is good. I will go and put in another harvest command here. Alright. It's not great. Whew. Yeah, as soon as we get a bow and arrow, we may have to start hunting. Although we don't have any ranged combat skill, which is a little terrifying. Look at that, you won't be sleeping outside tonight. Eve may have gotten the debuff because she was in bed first. Oh, we have 2 medicines stored up. Nice. Go, Adam. I guess we'd woken up Eve slightly before the normal time, so that she could pick berries for Adam. So I guess that's why Adam is still awake. Although he's at 2300 hours, 11 p.m. here, he is hitting the mandatory sleep time. So he's going to go to bed shortly. There it is. Yeah, some metal and 9 machine parts. That seems like a lot. I think there's a random roll. I was expecting like 4. Are you cutting down another tree? Why aren't you going to bed? Also, you're cutting down an apple tree. No, you're harvesting apple tree. Okay. Hey! It's okay. Eating apples never got these guys in trouble. It's gonna be fine. Still unhappy nudity. Mm-hmm. God's watching you. I guess I'm God in this case. Woohoo. Power tripping. Are you gonna go? Yeah, you're gonna consume apples. What I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna tell you to prioritize hauling these, and then you can eat them when you're there. Excellent. Just hanging out. Oh, you're praying. God can't hear you now. Except I can, because I hear all. Okay, I'm gonna wake up Adam now, so that they're not too far out of sync with some of the sleep here. Still don't know why he didn't do the forced sleep. So he's gonna go harvest that. I guess he's kind of done. Eve's got crafting on. Although, yeah, I do have the harvest enabled, so she'll do that first. So I guess when they run out of these construction jobs and whatnot, Adam is probably going to work on the haul and clean, which isn't going to be too bad. We're going to want some flooring soon. We're also going to need a little bit more wood so that you can start working on some furniture. So we'll chop that because it's not too far away from things. That's going to be all right. Oh, we should probably plant some crops. Yes! It's like there's something else that's really important that I've forgotten. School areas. Oh, wow. Yeah, right back here is fine. A 4x4, another 4x4. Alright, so what we're gonna do, we'll do the potatoes, that's fine. We'll do another, I wonder if you can eat carrots raw without getting a penalty. We'll set it to carrots. Yeah, we don't have enough skill, but that's okay. They'll get it fairly quickly. And here I want to do heel root. Right there. You need 8 skill, so that's not going to get seen for a while. And then here, I think what we might do is grow some cotton. Cotton plants. Excellent. And yeah, Adam's going to get to work on that pretty quickly because growing is a fairly high priority, and I think that's fine. Eve, meanwhile, harvesting some oak trees over here, which is also going to be groovy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel the sleep spot. I'm going to put the sleep spot down here just so it's out of the way, because what I actually want is a double bed to be built here. Now, I'll also... No, I won't put a quality. So the build quality mod, what it does is you can specify a quality, and what happens if you build something that's too low quality, it'll automatically queue up a deconstruct command and then a rebuilding command afterwards until you get the quality you want. Of course, you can do that manually, but it saves a little bit of micromanagement. But here, I'm a little bit worried because his construction skill is still fairly low. It might take too long to do, use up too much material, and mostly way too much time. So let's get an bed built. And then once we've got one, what I might do is just, if it's poor quality, a little bit later I might queue up a second bed, and then demand that one be at least normal quality, if not maybe like push all the way to good. Visitors have arrived from a colony N. So I love the hospitality mod. I think it's got great flavor. Plus it's actually quite strong. However, I don't want any visitors until I have guest beds right now. So I'm going to go and do that. Plus right now it's just a little cabin in the woods with 2 random naked people running around. Yeah, no one's going to want to visit us. People probably shouldn't even know we're here. Although we're just off the highway. I mean, the highway is just to the south of us. So, you know, maybe someone saw something in the distance. I don't know. It's not like we have any fire burning or anything like that either. Literally don't have the tech. Hey, making a short bow. So this needed some skill, but you must, yeah, you start, I think it needs 2 points to make a short bow. So Eve started just enough. She is working in the dark, which isn't ideal. Okay, it's like, I can't force you to go to bed, huh? I guess you'll go to bed in an hour, assuming you're not doing anything else. There we go. Let me reset you. Consuming apples. There you go, you're going to bed. Excellent. All right, hopefully we can sync them up a bit. There we go. If we can get them lovey-dovey, that'd be all right. One of the things I didn't check, mod settings. Oh, there we go. So, children are going to spawn as teenagers is what's going to happen. We're not going to. I don't have a mod for the babies phase, and that's going to be okay. You know, it's flavor text. More time is passing. You know, like with each year's not, it's not more than a year or whatever. It's going to be okay. So they'll spawn in. They'll do that. They apparently are going to inherit some skills, which is cool. And we can teach them stuff. Inherited in random, trait counts, learning age. Supposed to we can make them younger. Pregnancy duration, base pregnancy chance. So I think every time they do some loving, there's a 20% chance of a pregnancy. What's reverse fertility? Disables fertility for all colonists on default. The drug fertility booster or the medical operation is needed to get pregnant. Ah, show pregnancy. First third of pregnancy hidden. Oh, that's fine. Werewolf. Like some of these are mostly for mods, right? If you have mods that allow these things, then things can happen. Postpartum. Show father. Oh. Show father in health tab. Well, we'll leave it off. I don't know. Yes. Oh, maybe this shows the father during a pregnancy. Because I say you can see the relationships on children, right? Everyone's got a relationship tab. This must be during pregnancy. I mean, we'll leave it on then. Done. Okay. Max speed. Would be able to know. I don't know if it shows up right away. I don't know if we get an announcement right away or if we have to wait a while to find out. There's probably an option for that, but I didn't actually notice one way or other. So meal sources and things. Yeah, we need to start cooking. The weapons are good. You've got some of this done. Actually, Adam's going to do some more planting. So he's still busy, which is okay. Certainly not idle. Plus, there's some pickup that needs to go. I don't know how much I'll worry about cooking until we've got hunting, which is going to require these bows to be made. Now, early power. Let's talk about this. We don't have access to batteries, so really the wind turbines aren't going to be great. So we will need 4 construction skill. I can still put that down anyway. We'll go ahead and get 1 generator, and we'll lay out some power cables. We'll go around the edge here to prevent any ugly from being in the room. Do something like that. We'll start the work going, but clearly we're gonna have to do some mining. Oh, okay. Faction name are gonna be the Children of Eden, and this settlement needs a name. Oh, I can't remember. Is it like Nod or something like that? It was like one of the settlements. Because there's a Book of Nod that I know from Vampire the Masquerade. I get my knowledge from like in very sideways places. The Book of Nod, which I know from the Vampire the Masquerade, and I think it's named that because I think Nod was like the name of the first city, or something like that. So well, anyway, we'll call it this. This is going to be great. Children Even is a great name. I love like how my knowledge almost doesn't make sense. What is this? Poor quality. Well, that is a damn shame. I'm going to go ahead and remove this bed, which will wake up Eve, but that's okay. Finish work on the short bow. Nod 7. Wait, what? His name is Nod 7 instead of just Nod. Why? Were there other cities named Nod out there? Could be. I could see the game developer using that as sort of a name list. Or was the game name too short? Did I accidentally hit 7 when I saved or something? It's fine. Nod 7 it is. Done. Let's check the world map here. Yeah. Alright. So, with the timer at 30 minutes or 29 minutes, that's perfect. I'm going to put a cut in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to tweak the mod order so the psychology mod is below what the hack, because I think that's what needs to happen for the psyche tab to show up. So, thanks for watching. Hope you're going to enjoy the series. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. You know, the difficulty, it's interesting to start with 2 naked people. That's not truly where the difficulty and the interesting thing is going to go, because, well, at some point we'll surpass this, and we'll recover from, you know, how things would have gone. But it would have been nice to start with some medicine, survival meals, that sort of thing. I mean, starting naked in like the North Pole, I think some people have done. I don't know how, but it's conceivable. It might need a lot of reloads for like your first like hunting kill if you're just meleeing things, especially since there's no trees. But all right, we're gonna put a cut in here. If you're new to the channel, do make sure, you know, follow, subscribe, comment, like, sacrifice your firstborn child, all those things. Very, very, very good for the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.